Now.
Welcome to NewsNation Now. I'm Ji Suk Yi. It's January 1st. Here's what you need to know on this first day of 2021. Ringing in the new year with restrictions around the world, New Year's Eve was much quieter than years past. From Sydney and Seoul to London and New York, major cities canceled or scaled back celebrations to discourage crowds. But New Zealand and Taiwan were among a handful of places without active or severe outbreaks that carried on as usual. Meanwhile, health officials across the globe encourage people to celebrate safely at home. And as we reflect back on a year that has been shaped by the pandemic, here at NewsNation, we want to wish you a happy new year, and we look forward to what's ahead. And now to a story we've been following all week. The coronavirus variant first reported in the UK has now been detected in a third state in the U.S. Florida health officials reported yesterday that they found evidence of the variant in a man in his 20s with no recent history of travel. It follows reports of confirmed cases in Colorado and California, which has led to questions about how the strain arrived in the U.S. Florida officials say they're investigating with the CDC. Police in Wisconsin have arrested a former pharmacist accused of deliberately destroying 570 doses of the Moderna COVID-19 vaccine. Officials with the medical center say the employee admitted to intentionally taking the doses out of a refrigerator over Christmas. 57 people received the spoiled doses. Health officials say there are no health safety concerns, but they will need to get re-vaccinated. Police in Minneapolis, Minnesota have released partial body camera video from a deadly shooting at a traffic stop. It's the city's first police-involved death since George Floyd died in May. The shooting occurred earlier this week when police say officers pulled over Dolal Eid, who was later identified by his father. That's when both police and the suspect started shooting. Police say he was a suspect in a felony. The shooting has sparked protests in the city. We are now just a few days away from a pair of runoff elections in Georgia that could tip the balance of power in the Senate. Democratic challengers Jon Ossoff and Raphael Warnock are trying to unseat Republican incumbent Senators David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler. It's been an election with record turnout, more than 2.8 million voters already casting their ballots. Yesterday, Senator Perdue's campaign announced he will have to quarantine due to a possible coronavirus exposure. Hope you plan to join us on January 5th as we expect to learn the results of the election right here on NewsNation. And trending this morning, an Alabama restaurant said goodbye to 2020 in what may be the most fitting way. This business in Huntsville invited people to ring in the new year by watching a dumpster fire. They worked with firefighters to pull the event off safely, and some of the proceeds went to the fire department. Well, definitely a good cause, and I think an apt description for 2020. Happy New Year. I'm G. Appreciate you watching. Hope you have a great day, everybody. Stay with us for breaking news coverage here on our app and website as well. And be sure to tune in tonight. NewsNation's broadcast at 8/7 Central on WGN America.